Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my nails and toes using these new Novo Ovo full cover pastel nail tips. So these are their pure solid color nails and toes. These are both the pastel multicolor packs. They have the nails with the matching toes in pink, purple, yellow, orange, blue, and like a mint green. So I just wanted to show what each shade looks like up against my finger. But I love these pastel shades. It was hard for me to pick which one I wanted to use for today's video, but I decided to go with this mint green color. So I went ahead and sized out all of my nails, and I have them on my nail stand in the top left of the screen, and then I have at the bottom right my toenail tips that I went ahead and sized out. Anytime I'm doing my nails and toes, I always start with my toes first, of course. So I'm just going in on the big toe. It is a little bit flat, so I just went in and shaped up the edges of it, and then you're also going to see me go in and pinch and roll it in between my fingers just to give it more of like that C curve, which I need for the shape of my natural toenails. But yeah, I just went in and shaped up the edge of it also, so it kind of blends a little bit better with the natural shape of my toe. But I only do that for the big toe. I don't worry about that for the smaller ones. I went ahead and put on my toe divider, and then as far as prep is concerned, I just go in with this buffing block and just buff my natural nails just to remove the shine. And I did wipe them off with some rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to go in with those two as my prep. I don't want these nails to last for too long. I only plan to wear them for about 2 weeks. So yeah, this prep alone is perfect for me. Of course, if you need to do more, you can always go in with the hydrator. You can go in with a 180 grit nail file if you feel you need to. But I'm just going to do the buffer because I don't want to file my natural toenails down too thin, because I have done that in the past. I just find for me, because I like to do my nails and toes every 2 weeks, my toes can get really fragile and thin if I file too much every 2 weeks. So the buffing block is just the perfect way for me to do it. So now I'm going to go in with my application. I always use brush on nail glue. It makes it so much easier when you're dealing with these tiny little toenail tips to just use the brush on glue instead of the tube glue. Now when I'm doing my big toe, because my big toe is so big, I will go in with the tube glue just to kind of cover up more surface area inside of the full cover nail tip. But yeah, for the smaller toes, brush on glue works great. I just brush a little bit onto my natural toenail, and then I put some inside of the full cover nail tip and just hold them into place, hold it for a few seconds, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and apply all of my toenails, and then I will check back in. So now that I have them all applied, I did let them sit for a minute, maybe just to let the glue fully harden. And then I'm just going in and popping off the little tab from the tip of the nail. And that way we can go in and shape them up and get that nice sharp square look. Now they're already a really nice square look except for the little tab that's kind of left at the center of the nail. But they are a little bit long also, so I definitely want to file down some of the length on it. So I just take my nail file and I have it kind of tilted to where the end of the nail file is kind of down towards my lap. And I'm just filing it, and that just kind of helps keep that sharp edge. And then on the big toe, I do file the top as well as the sides, just so it's not looking so flared out. But yeah, once I have it shaped up exactly how I want it, I'm just gonna go in and top coat the nails. You can go in with builder gel if you want to before your top coat, but I don't feel like it's necessary. It definitely does give it a little bit more structure if you do the builder gel first, but I'm just skipping right to the top coat, and they last just fine for 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in and top coat and then pop those nails in the lamp. So grabbing my nail lamp, the nail lamp that I use is the AI nail lamp. So it has, each button kind of tells you what you should use it for. So I just click the one that's for top coat, and it does a 120-second cure. So I went ahead and did my other foot off camera, and now I'm ready to finish off with the nails. So I did already have my nail tip sized out. So all I'm going to do on the nails is just top coat and file the tip to shape. It doesn't require much work at all. You can go in, like I said, for the toes if you wanted to reinforce, I can't even talk, and give it a little bit more structure, you can definitely go in with the builder gel again on the nails. It would make them a little bit thicker, but I've never had any issues. Actually, I take that back. For I did a previous set with their pink version of these. They have the pastel set, which is what I'm showing in today's video, and then they also have the pure color nails in full white, all white pack of nails, all white pack of toes, same thing with red, and then they also have a light pink shade. I did a video on the light pink. I'll leave it linked in the cards. Towards the end of the 2 weeks of me having my nails like that, I actually did crack one of those nails. It didn't pop all the way off, it just kind of popped at the corner, so it was like a triangle on the side that was missing. So I almost feel like if you go in with the builder gel, you probably could prevent that from happening, but I haven't had that happen thus far with this nail set, and I've already had it on for nearly 2 weeks at the point that I'm doing this voiceover. So I don't know, I can't remember what I was doing that made it break, but yeah, you can go with the builder gel if you want to reinforce it a little bit more. But I'm just going to go in and file the tips of the nails. This just removes that little tab and again gives it that nice sharp shape. Especially if you're going to go in with builder gel, you're going to kind of lose that sharp shape a little bit, so you want to go back in and file it. And I'm filing it the same way where it's like I have the, it's hard to explain how I'm holding the actual nail, but it's kind of just out directly in front of like my line of sight. And then I just have the nail file kind of tilted downwards, and so I'm filing at an angle downwards towards my nails, towards my lap. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in and file all of the nails, and then I'll be ready to apply them. Now that I have all of the nails top coated and filed, I went ahead and laid them out, and now I'm going to begin prepping my natural nails. So the first thing I do is go in and push back my cuticles. I'm using a pair of tweezers to do this. Don't ask me why. I own several real cuticle pushers, but I always reach for these tweezers instead. So yeah, they've just become my cuticle pusher. I just go in and push them back. I don't worry about trying to cut them or anything because I feel like that's too much. And then I'm just taking that same buffing block that I used on my toes, and I'm just filing my nails with it to remove the shine. I'm then going to just go in and dust off the nails a little bit before I begin the application process. And for application, I'm going to use brush on nail glue as well as the nail glue in a tube. This is like my favorite method now. It's the only method that I use to apply my nails, and I feel like it works so well, and it really prevents you from getting any air bubbles up under your nail. Even like if you're using the pre-French tip nails, you can see really clearly. Obviously with these nails you wouldn't be able to see if it was an air bubble up under the nail, but if you were doing like the pre-French tip nails, if you've ever applied them before and you've experienced getting those air bubbles underneath and it's like so noticeable, this method will definitely prevent that. You just go in and brush on the nail glue using the brush on glue, and then you grab the tube glue and you use that inside of the full cover nail tip. I just do about 1 to 2 dots per nail depending on the size of the nail, and then I just take that and sandwich it on. I start pressing down at the cuticle and then press towards the tip of the nail, and it just sandwiches it together. I feel like the brush on glue on your natural nail kind of acts almost like a slip layer, so when you go in with the tube glue in the full cover nail tip, once you're pressing it down, it just gives the nail glue something to like flow towards all of the glue that you already brushed on. And yeah, you won't have any air bubbles on your nails if you do this. So I'm just going to finish off applying all of my nails, and then I'll check back in once everything is all done. I went ahead and did the other hand off camera, and then I went in with some top coat on my nails and toes, and this is the finished product. I love the way that they turned out. If you're interested in these nail tips, I will have them linked in the description box, so be sure to check that out. And I did want to mention there is a slight difference in shade between the nails and toes. The toes are slightly darker, so did want to mention that in case you're interested in these. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.